Hi, Kristien, and thank you so much for joining me at my Your Way Global Women's Conference. Now, you are a serial entrepreneur and venture capitalist. So you are in the thick of things in business. Can you just share with us how does one actually start a winning business?
Yes, I can tell. But first of all, welcome everybody. I'm looking forward to share with you some knowledge, experience, and later on, you can ask, of course, some questions. Uh, how to build your business? Yes, there are many ways. I always say to build a business, but there are a few key points which are really important to build your business. First of all, a positive mindset. It's all
Yes,
about mindset. You need to train your mind to be positive, and you have to also, it can be difficult, but you really have to think positive, be positive. Further, you have to look into your habits because remind, it takes 21 days to build a habit. So
yes,
if you keep going with those habits, after 90 days, it's a lifestyle.
yes.
So that's really important when you start a business. Two, you have to be inspired. And you really have the passion needed to build a business. And this passion is so important. So you really have to keep going, keep
Y-
going. Also, when it's really getting hard. So I always say never quit, because if you once quit, it gets a habit. So don't quit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And then, so one of the things that because we talk a lot, and one of the things that you talk to me about, Christine, is the whole thing about knowing your why. Because if you know
Yes.
your why, you don't quit. Come on, tell me your philosophy
True.
on
Yes.
that.
I tell the why. Yes, it is really important for your business because that's a reason for being. That's why you are in business. It's the
Yes.
purpose. It's basically the ground layer of your whole company. It's why your employees are working for the company. It's the purpose why customers are buying your product or service. Uh, so that's really important. And if you know your why, then the how gets easy.
Ah, yes, definitely. But Christine, you're giving all of this advice, and I think the audience would love to know a little bit about your accomplishments, so they understand that you actually have earned the right to tell them, and give them these tips.
They would like to know a little bit more about my companies, you mean?
Your accomplishments, all of what you've achieved.
Okay, let's start with my harbor. I have an
Yes.
amazing project 10 minutes from Amsterdam South in Vinkeveen. And it's an amazing harbor which I took over around 8 years ago. And I've grown it so it's now really a place where um, guests can experience the water, enjoy the waterfront. It's an amazing place. And I really, when I took over this harbor, it was a general harbor. I have to rephrase, it was a business case like all the other harbors.
Yes.
So I looked at the business case, and I'm fan of um, looking at your business case with the business model canvas of Oswald. Probably you all know it.
Yes.
If you put in all the elements, then you can see what you can improve in your business case, what can be better solved for your company, so for your customer. And I did this for the harbor as well, and I added some extra elements in there, and it's really a success. We are people really enjoy the waterfront here because I changed the business case.
Fabulous. And I can't help but ask you about that horse that's in the background, because I'm sure everybody's wondering about that horse. You have a love as well for art,
I
and you
do.
have and in your family they're very famous artists. So tell us about that horse, because I know everybody's good wants to know about that horse.
The horse is a part of one of the experience projects of the harbor. To put it on the map, I decided to develop together with artists art horses. So we have made 30 of those horses. Yes, 30 life-size horses, and they were in the garden of the harbor, and we use them as a marketing tool to get uh, more well known as location, and it really worked out.
Fantastic. And it's harking back to what I say in the book, isn't it? About your uniqueness, because you've got to come up with something unique and different. Because I have been privileged to see the other horses as well. And I can tell you, they are absolutely eye-catching. And I can just imagine them in the harbor. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Kristien, I know, you don't want to do focus on what's happening in this world at this time, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens in the time, there are principles that are there, that are relevant, they are current, and they'll never go away. So just share a little bit more about, in particular, when people are facing challenges, the kind of mindset that they need to have.
Yes. Of course, this current situation with the COVID-19 is for everybody a challenge. And we're all facing our own difficulties in the companies, in private lives, and also facing fear. I believe fear is an emotion. It's a reaction we all have as a human being. So we have to keep that in mind. But in this time, with this COVID-19, we have to take the courage to take the needed decisions to change your company, change your business case, depending on the situation which you have. It can be really hard. But if you don't do it, then your business case cannot adjust to this. You have to adjust to this new situation.
Yes.
So again, relook at the problem which you solve. It might be changed. It might be another target audience you're now going to serve. It could be that you look at yourself and you say, hey, this is the moment I take the time to relook at my passion. What do I want to build? Maybe you want to change your company to the person you are now, because all
Yes.
the fear, the things which are happened to you in your business life. So make from this experience, try to see it as a positive thing, how hard it is, because then you can keep your mindset positive. That's the most important thing in this difficult time.
Yes. And one of the things that you always say to me is about facing fear.
Yes, I always say you have fear. You have either two options. You forget everything and you run, or you face everything and you rise.
I love that. Could you repeat that for me again?
Okay, of course. So either way, you forget everything and run, or face everything and rise.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. That is a message in and of itself. Because the thing about it is that it will always come. Challenges will always come. But as you said before about reimagining, re-envisioning, because it's not about sticking to what's there. You've got to be creative. We've had conversations before where you talked about falling in love with your business again, being creative, inspiring, and I love one of your cliffhangers. Are you going to share it with us now and talk about that?
Yes, of course, I would love to share that. So imagine there is a box, but what if this box is away? So there's no box at all.
Yes.
There's just, you can do whatever you think is possible.
Yes.
And that magic happens. If you keep that in mind, then the law of attraction starts to work in your mind, and you will get the things happen which you would like to be happen in your life.
Yes. But it's like you and I, Kristien. It was the law of attraction, wasn't it?
The first time we met, yes.
Yes. And look at the commonality of purpose that we have. Look at the shared vision that we have. Look at what we are doing today together. and what we will be doing in future, simply because you, the law of attraction brought us together. You saw me, you reached out to me. I immediately responded because there was that commonality of vision. And when we spoke, we shared the same. And that's the thing with the conference. All you fantastic ladies from all over the world, different languages, because I've got to commend you, Kristien. English is not your first language, and you command it so well, and you are doing you.
Española.
Pardon?
Pero hablo española.
As well. Ooh! So you have a global reach, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So Kristien, how can people engage with you? Because I know that apart from being an entrepreneur and a venture capitalist, you also support people and businesses. Tell us about that venture that you're doing and how people can get involved.
Yes, so I always like to do things bring value back to my network, and especially at the beginning of the COVID-19, a lot of people were asking me advice, calling me with challenges they had and still have. So I decided to start an initiative. It's called the Go Beyond Network, and it's basically a super network which I'm building, where I give access to all the networks, business clubs, communities which I know personally. I invited them on my super network, so it gives access for my network, so they can get in easy contact with all those business communities, because it's so difficult now, since the time has changed, to get in contact with people. The events are postponed or went online, and
Yes.
it's difficult. People have to change their habits as well. So I try to give back and to help out people. So people are more than welcome to join the Go Beyond network. And if I could help out people, a pleasure to assist you with your business.
Fantastic. And Kristien, why did you decide to come on board as a person of your standing to give your time today free to this community? What inspired you to do that?
That's a good question, Bernie. It was basically two things. First of all, I think it's good to share my knowledge, my experience, and especially later on we will have the Q&A, so I can answer people's questions if they have.
Yes.
I think it's really important to do that as well.
Yes.
Besides focusing only on building my businesses.
Yes.
I also really enjoy it. And second of all, it was because of the energy we have had. Bernie, you were so enthusiastic, so positive about it. Your mindset, I really thought it's important that I help you with this event.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that in and of itself is a message, guys, because we only recently met. And did you hear what she said? Her own commitment to giving back, but also what I exuded. And so, it's really not about being special. I'm not special. I just exuded a positivity that Kristien related to. And so it's not that difficult, guys, to make connections. It's just about being real and just really being passionate about what you do. As Kristien says, it's about, the why. Why you're doing this business. Be passionate about it, and it will rub off somebody else. If you're passionate about your business, then everybody else will be passionate about it as well. So now, guys, I know you can't wait. So now is the time. I'm going to hand you over to Kristien to ask her questions. Kristien, thank you so much for your generosity of spirit and the expertise that you are so happy to share without looking for anything in return. And I just know that people can't wait to hear what you've got to share. And now, guys, please take everything you can from her. She's here to give. Thank you, Kristien.
You're most welcome, Bernie. It was a